It's easy to come up with ideas. It's hard to stay focused on any one thing. And inevitably, something else is going to come up. I bite off more than I can chew, that's for sure. I like plants. We could develop some curriculum for these kids to learn about composting and pollinators.
Well, what's unique about it is there's not too many desks that pivot like this. We cut the aluminum, did all the drilling and tapping.
For about 6 months, there were some high school kids that were making robots here.
Daddy!
Made a big half pipe for my kids to skateboard on.
We have these toilet paper racks repurposed for barrels. It's super strong, it's aluminum. We just spray painted it.
This piece here goes up through this piece. You take the motor out of a jet ski and you mount it into the boat.
Had to adjust a lot of stuff to make it fit.
I'm Alec Shaw. This is my place, Marin Made, nonprofit makerspace here in Sausalito. I grew up in San Francisco. Growing up in the city, there was lots of skateboarding, riding the Muni up a hill and then skateboarding down. My mom introduced me to philanthropic opportunities, originally through my grandmother. She helped save the Marin Headlands. There's something called Gerbode Valley that was named after my grandmother. She got involved when the Indians were taking over Alcatraz. She was a very interesting person. Her parents grew sugarcane in Hawaii. That's how she made the money that she could use for philanthropic purposes. It's a weird twist of fate. It's all because my uncle was killed in a car crash. His name was Alec. That's why I'm named what I am. And he had like this trust account that got turned into a foundation. Now our mission is basically to serve the community, and through events and through music, and also with the expertise that we have here to make things. That's how we've evolved. I went to the University of San Francisco, majored in finance, worked on the floor of the option exchange for a little while. I was involved with stock options. We had a greenhouse. I like to plant seeds and watch them grow and make something out of nothing. The stock market was sort of like that for me, and I got tired of that. Back in the day, it was like the coolest thing to have a flat TV. I thought it'd be cool to make a mobile stand for the TV out of metal. I'd never done anything like this before. And we welded it all up together. And it worked great. It rolled around. After that experience, I wanted to do more of that. I realized that if you want to weld, you should get a welder and just start welding. I needed a place to do it. I came here to Sausalito and started renting here. This place was extremely bare bones. 4 walls and the roof leaked. Put a lot of work into it. Moved in here. I had no idea how to do many things. And so the way I would learn is by collaborating or inviting people in to try to make stuff so that I could learn and help people out, you know. I met Reason just by wandering around. He had his door open. His shop was just amazing. He was doing this thing called BattleBots back in the day, and he won a bunch of awards. They'd give you this huge nut as a trophy.
He was interested in making things. I'd help him out with some welding and designing. We just kind of worked together, helping each other on projects.
I was having fun. It was great. I went to Reason and I said, "What do you think about a computer-controlled plasma cutter?" And he goes, "Well, those are okay, but like you should check out these things called water jets."
The biggest benefits to a water jet is it's cutting and it's cooling at the same time. And it cut like anything down there. I had some tickets to a trade show in LA that had a bunch of different water jets. He jumped on a plane that day, just called me up. He's like, which one should I get? I was like, get the big one. He's like, all right. So he got the big one. The biggest, most radical water jet you could buy. Now the rest is kind of history.
I never would have guessed when I first got that machine where it would go. And I never would have guessed that I would have a machine like that I could ride like Black Beauty in that movie, you know, or Seabiscuit. I'm really good at it.
I was working for a company, Schiller Bikes, and Alec, with his shop here at Marin Made, was cutting frames for us in our prototype stage. We sold into over 80 countries and still going strong.
Did a lot of Burning Man stuff. There was this guy, Marco Cochran. He would make this huge female sculpture out of a round bar. We made the little connector pieces. We'd weld them all together. He was an amazing guy.
There was a company called Zynga. We built the entranceway to their lobby, and it was basically a 12-foot diameter tunnel that was all water jet cut that had hundreds of thousands of LEDs in it. That was one of the bigger projects that we did together in the early days.
For maybe 10 years, I just ran this shop, made parts for people, did various things for the community. But then we had an opportunity to turn this into a nonprofit. We fixed the place up. We built a big mezzanine, and the kitchen is a shipping container that we just slid in here.
It's been such a pleasure to see it being more of a shop where everyone was coming over and like, can you cut this piece of metal? Can you do this curvature on a certain particular window on a boat? To becoming a space where he and other people could teach in.
I was reading Marin magazine. There was this woman who works on the Golden Gate Bridge, and she's like the Rosie the Riveter kind of welding person. And she has a 10-year-old kid who she would teach how to weld, and her friends too. And I called her up and I said, would you like to do that here in my shop? We have 6 welding stations. They're all MIG welders. We started classes here to teach 10-year-old girls how to weld. And we did really cool stuff.
When COVID hit, a friend of mine's wife is a nurse, and they were making face shields because they couldn't get any out of like bookbinder vellum and like a maxi pad and a rubber band, and they're putting them on their head. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Alec then cut slabs and slabs of plastic face shields. I mean, we're talking like the production was like boom, boom, boom. And it was right at the beginning of the pandemic.
And it just kind of grew into this weird thing where we were laser cutting him, he was water jet cutting him. And then I talked to the Army Corps of Engineers, and they donated like half the building.
We then washed every single face shield that came off that water jet. And then we packaged them and shipped them over 15,000 to every hospital, every first responder. And we did it right here for free and sent it out like within like a week.
When I first met Alec, they were in the midst of working on a float. That was the project that was in here that I was like, wow. And then later on, we met for lunch and talked about what he aspired to do beyond just this being a machine shop.
I've always wanted to have music here at the shop. He said, I'll bring some people over. We'll do a little show upstairs. There's probably 20 of us or so that watched him play that day, and it was very impactful. It was great. I knew after seeing that we should build a stage, and we got a PA system and lighting, and it turned out great.
Marin Made is strategically situated between 2 worlds, Marin City and Sausalito. What brings you together is music and a commonality. It breaks ethnic barriers, it breaks cultural barriers, it breaks socioeconomic barriers. rock bands, R&B bands, other type of bands play.
I'm sort of an ordinary guy in an extraordinary situation. I'm most grateful for the opportunity. I hope my mom's listening. The fact that my family had the nonprofit, I've been able to give back to the community, educate people, and at the same time, have fun. I'm looking forward to the future. I think it's exciting because I don't know where things are going to go. And I can't wait to find out, you know.